Greetings, my brothers and sisters. DFG here. Hey, of course, as you can see, I'm using the backup channel today, and I'm going to be brief, but I just wanted to share, I guess, some pain. That's the way I would say it, and it's pain due to things that are happening, within Israel, our people, Judah here in America. So I'm not even going to push this out to the rest of the Israelites around this flat earth. If you see it, then obviously you're always welcome, to listen in. But here in the United States, I think the thing that sparked this message and this feeling of melancholy is I was watching a video earlier today, and there were some folk down in Montgomery, Alabama, and looked like they were on there must have been some type of festival or something they were having down there. And a fight broke out between what I would say some of our Israelite brothers and sisters with some Edomites. And it was a melee. I mean, they were throwing it. From what I saw, and this was on TikTok, and not a fan of TikTok, but it was on TikTok, and it appears that the Edomites started the fight. A bunch of them, 4 or 5 guys and a female, jumped on one of our brothers, and they was pretty much giving him an ass whipping. And some of our other brothers who were at that same event took notice of it, and they came down, and you know what? By the time that melee ended, and there was many people involved in it, the Edomites were on the run. Police were involved, and I'm sure some of our brothers and sisters are gonna have some felonies real soon if they didn't get it. I'm sure they will have some felonies. But that's, I guess, the thing that brings about the pain. It's not about I like the fact. I love the fact. I'm pro the fact. Us defending ourselves. I think it's very cowardly of any of us to just let someone just jump on us, you know what I'm saying, and just jump on several of them, attack one of us, and stand there with the cameras out and do nothing. Because we've seen that happen so many times. And in this time, now for us to, to let this world know, let these heathens know as well. They're not just gonna beat our ass or jump on us, and like you did 50, 100, 150 years ago and beyond, and we just stood around there with our heads down singing Kumbaya, and asking, Yahuwah to come down here and bring us on back. Send old Moses way down to Egypt land. No, we should fight back. We should do exactly what our brother David said to us in Psalms 144. Abba Yah, the strength of Israel. Teach our fists to war and our fingers to fight. Our fingers to battle. Get our, that's more or less it, Psalm 144. But, so my pain is not the fact that we defended ourselves. The pain is the fact that I know what's coming. I know what's coming. These wicked ass heathens are a lot more of them than they are of us. And they're going to allow all these things to get pushed out there. They're going to show our women, acting out and fighting and damaging and tearing up stores and in restaurants, and they're going to show our brothers running up and down the street shooting, firing at each other, what I'm saying, attacking one another, attacking them. They're going to definitely exploit that, and they're going to use it, and that's where the pain comes. And they're going to use those things that they're capturing on film, video, as justification, to I don't want to say declare war on us, because them damn devils have already declared war on us. But this is going to be, I guess, what I would have to say, the second coming of what I guess we would have to call it the what do they call the riots in the 1919 Red Summer. This is going to be the second coming of Red Summer. And if you don't know a lot about Red Summer, look that up in the early 20th century, how that, those heathens would use any excuse they can find to come and savagely, destroy our cities, shoot and kill our women, our men, our children, all under the guise of civil, order, or to, like Jason Aldean said, do what his grandfather did. You know what I'm saying? What they used to do. What did he say? Come on down to these small towns, which is 70% of America. And when you get down here, we're gonna pretty much repeat some history on you. And I just hope and pray. And this is why, again, I don't mean to sound repetitive, so forgive me, because this is just me speaking from the heart. It's one thing if we were a united people, brothers and sisters, and I even though I know those fellows help each other, our women too, Israelites, Judah, I saw you out there, y'all were fighting with the men, and on one side of me, I felt like, yeah, all right, that's right, fight their asses, don't take no shit, and do it together. But on the backside, I'm thinking to myself, how many of these filthy, wretched heathens all over this country on this Sunday afternoon were steaming, pissed, looking for blood, looking for revenge. And they're going to get their blood, and they're going to have their revenge. And at the expense of us, because we're not united. I'm talking about as a collective. Because, see, what they're going to do is they're going to pick us off, one by one, the small groups. They're not going to come at us in large numbers, because just like what happened in Montgomery at that event, they know that they come at us in large groups. They're gonna regret that shit, because they know that by the grace of the Most High, Abba, the grace high. Yeah, I gotta quit saying it, Abba. But by the grace of Yahuwah, we're far superior to them physically. But when it comes down to collectively vicious and violent, there's no one on this planet, on this earth, like those vicious dogs. And if we're not united, then they're just going to pick us off one at a time, one at a time, one at a time. And I know somebody might be saying, well, brother, where's your faith? Well, my faith is intact. It's not a question of faith with me. It's a question of strategic logic for me. I think logical, like a man's supposed to think. We're not supposed to be emotional. My emotions will say, so what? Well, we're going to fight no matter where we are. Well, not unless you got the power of all the guns, the ammunition, the military, utilities, your water systems, railroad system, distribution system, food systems, again, water systems. Unless you have control of the internet, system, all of the things that they control. Your, your land, sea, and war, military. Unless you're in control of all of that, you might want to think this more logical than emotional. Because don't think they won't use it against us. They have already. They'll happily do it again. Now, Yahuwah, on the other hand, our creator, our sovereign, Eloah, he can come in on behalf of us. And he can defend us against any heathens on this flat earth. He said one will put 1,000, two, 10,000, but that's if we're aligned with Yahuwah. And unfortunately, 2/3 of us, 2/3 of our people, that means 2 out of 3 of us have no relationship with Yah, not interested in having a relationship with Yah. Religion has done such damage to them. Religious parents has done such damage to them, still doing so much damage to them, that they don't even believe and trust the Creator. And the Creator's not going to come out and fight on behalf or show his strength, on behalf of a bunch of unbelievers. His word in 2 Chronicles 16:9 says, his presence, his power goes throughout the earth to show his strength, show his strength in the hearts of those who are perfect towards him. Meaning that he will only fight for us if we're willing to stand for him. And again, when I say stand, brothers and sisters, I'm not talking some like cowardly, go get on your knees, and pray to some statue or piece of wood, or some vicious ass nigger in a pulpit, or niggeress in a pulpit. I'm not talking about that stuff. When I'm talking about, as a like-minded, united people, as our ancestors were, before the heathens came in and brought in their lying religions and their customs and their traditions, taught us to be vain and chase the things that they chase. Wickedness, power, greed, unquenchable lust. Before they taught us that, Yah, we could always count on Yah to come and protect us. If you know the story of Balaam in Numbers chapter 22, you know, Balak got with Balaam, one of our prophets, and he tried to get him to align himself with the heathens, like so many of the 2/3 Israelites will do. We'll get on the side of those heathens, and boy, we will serve them. We will speak up for them. We will defend them with everything in our body to show them, hey, I'm a good nigga, and you ain't got no problem out of me, and I think you're right. They are nothing but a bunch of heathens, and it's their fault, and it's their responsibility for every damn thing that's going on with them. Right, Jason Whitlock, Candace Owens, Jesse Lee Peterson, right? But they're nothing but a bunch of lost fools, Christians who don't even understand anything about what is truth. Lost in the sauce, as they say. But for us, those of us, the 1/3 of us, my concern is for us. Because I know Yah's presence and protection will always be with us. But as these things start to heat up, the second, red summer, for lack of a better word, which simply means slaughtering our people, because they have created the image of our people as savages, and our people are not recognizing they're being set up. That when it comes, Yah is not going to fight for us as a whole, because we're not standing for him as a whole, as one. We're not sovereign in our trust in him. We're not obedient. Again, 2/3 of us are still idolaters, if not flat out atheists. Idolaters, still into religion in as many faces. Islam, Hinduism, Buddhism, Islam, Judaism, Catholicism, Protestants, whatever the hell label it is, which we should be a part of none of that. We're the people of the Creator. We don't have a religion. We have a culture. We have a Torah. And inside of that Torah, there are many, many lessons on how to work together, to unify us. But because of the heathens and their religion, they told us disregard that, that's done away with. And because they set up heathen, messengers among us, false teachers, false prophets, whatever term you want to give them, pastors, evangelists, preachers, bishops, whatever new name they're coming up with, prophets and prophetess. Our people don't stand a chance because we don't know what the hell to believe. And a divided people are always going to be conquered. And if the heathens are nothing else, they're united in their wickedness. So yeah, my pain is the fact that I don't think our people have any idea what's coming. At least most of them. And it's going to catch them unawares. And it's going to be mass slaughter like it was in the Red Summer 1919. Streets running with blood. And most of our people are more concerned with, football season started. What they're going to have for dinner. Are they going to call off from work tomorrow or not? Oh, and on and on and on. So, of course, my prayer is my prayer. I pray that Abba Yah keeps us strong. My prayer is that we don't allow Abba Yah treats us kindly as he treated us kindly when Balaam was being propositioned by Balak to turn Abba Yah against Israel, our people. When they were using one of us to turn the Most High against us. And the Most High, Yahuwah, said to Balaam, for what? Why would I turn against these people? These people are obedient. These people have kept my commandments. These people are righteous. You can read it in Numbers chapter 22 in our Torah. And Yah told him, no, get the hell out of my face with that foolishness, Balaam, before I send you back down that road where them angels are and they chop your ass in 1,000 pieces, just like you need to do with the rest of those old wicked, backstabbing traitors inside of Israel. You heard me, the Whitlocks, the Owens, the Petersons, the Sowells, a bunch of them. Too many of them to even name now. So, I guess in closing this message, I want to say to you, my brothers and sisters, those of you who are awake, keep your eyes open. It's exciting, to see that kind of melee, and you see all people fighting back, and, that sometimes it can get you, up and say, man, look, we ain't taking no shit off them devils no more. But remember, brother, they got the power. They got the resources. They have the economy behind them. They have the military behind them. And if we don't have Yah, we have nothing behind us but debt, suffering caused by mayhem that they're going to bring. And that's just painful, too painful sometimes for me to think about. But here I am. I'm thinking about it. Hope you are too. United we stand under Yahuwah. But if we stay divided, 2/3 of Israel are going to perish. DFG, share the video, thumb it up. Talk to you soon. Don't forget about the primary channel. Always go over there. That's where you're going to find most of the studying in the word and the things that Abba Yah is giving your brother for our people in these last and evil days. Yahuwah Shalom.